To get us started, Shail, I want to come to you and talk with you a little bit about the ideas that I've seen you posting about. As we look at the technology landscape, we're seeing a lot of consolidation in software companies and in the industry in general, and kind of these collections of capabilities coming together. Can you share some of your thoughts on how that will impact digital transformation and companies that are heading into this?
Sure. I think, look, it's important for us to understand why the consolidation is happening to determine how it'll impact customers. Automation started with two sets of promises that unfortunately have not transpired. One of them was about connecting disparate systems that don't talk to each other with easy UI-based automation approach. And number two was unleashing massive amounts of data that originally was not accessible or resided in the minds of the human who was executing the process. But that's not how automation has grown up. Rapid investments in this space have resulted in gravity-defying valuations, which have led to TAM expansion, total addressable market expansion, into adjacent technologies that are not integrated with each other. Well, and I would even say cannot be integrated with each other when based on a very fragile bot-based architecture. And this rapid investment in the market that I'm talking about is in the tune of $7 billion in the last 3 years into leading automation players. While this demand from customers has surged, the unit economics of the market, particularly with the larger players and the high valuations, have been a signal for other established giants to come into this market and offer a minimally viable automation solution to attract their customer base and basically extract incremental value out of this while staying true to their core product. So we've seen Microsoft, IBM, SAP, ServiceNow, and probably 6 or 7 others who have spent merely $800 million compared to the $7 billion that was spent to enter into this limited entry barriers market. So what does this mean for the customer? Number one is the democratization of automation. So RPA and specifically attended automation is now a commodity being offered for free by Microsoft. Some vendors argue it's not robust enough, but I think that argument falls flat when the CFO says, we have a Microsoft license and RPA is for free, use that. And the robustness will absolutely get there. I think number two, it offers customers a choice of AI solutions much broader than what they can get from traditional RPA. Given Microsoft's investment in AI, watch Amazon, that's next, and Google as well. I think the third benefit it offers customers is RPA inside, which is a new norm as companies bundle automation and potentially other solutions. And this is why you're seeing pure play RPA companies like UiPath now talk about the next pivot to semantic AI and API integration, while perhaps not emphasizing as much on some of the other technologies like process mining, testing, which was the original TAM expansion story. And lastly, I would say, there is convergence. The potential for these several automation technologies to converge into a hyper-integrated, hyper-efficient, hyper-automation set of converged technologies. Sorry, I was a bit uncomfortable there that the last 10 minutes have passed and we haven't invented a new term in automation, hence my overuse of the word hyper on my part. I got carried away. That'll not happen again, Emma.
Making up more terms in the industry that is already full of different words and terms to explain stuff.